So, old school arrays. Grumble, grumble. Not that everything that's old is bad, but these have been improved upon. Okay, so this is how you make an old school array. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make an array of ints. Yeah, I'm going to sort them. I'm going to then, and later on, I'm going to do some stuff about strings. I'm going to, add my name to an array. I don't know if you can sense already that this is going to be a somewhat more boring lesson than usual. I have to be passionate about the material to really get with it. Anyways, here's how you make an old school array. You put the type, you put those square brackets, and then you say what it's called. And then you use these curly braces to put some stuff in there. Those are numbers. Okay, so here I have initialized an array of numbers. I shall print them out for you. Okay, so I'm going to use an old for loop. There's no other options for an old school array list in that there's no for each. Oh, I lie. I'm going to show you the for each in a moment. But anyway, so this is the standard way, and then I'm going to print out the stuff that's in there. This is actually kind of important. I'm going to spell this out a little clearer because I need to show you how to take the stuff off the array and put it back on. Okay, so I've got an int. That's the number. And to do anything, to get it, I put the numbers array like this, and then I put the index there. That's going to get every number out. I'm going to print it. Printing it. There's all the numbers. Okay, just to clarify a little bit, if I wanted to get the first number 7, that's 0, 1, 2. The first number 7 lives at index 2. Then I would do numbers, square brackets, 2. That's where you put the index. That's going to give me the first 7. And just to prove it to you, I'm going to print it. Let's just take that out for a second. Okay, so I got the 7. Alright, so this works in either way. If I wanted to change the number that's there, so that's at index 2, I would do numbers, and then at index 2, I would set that equal to something else, like 14. Okay, that's how you take the stuff off. That's how you iterate through it. There's a for each. Look, isn't that nice? I don't know why I don't use this one as often. Maybe it's just because I got into the old habit of doing it the old way. But nonetheless, you can do the exact same thing here as you would have done with the array list. Now I can just CISO the I. That's better, isn't it? I'm going to get rid of that one. Up to you, which you use. Okay, so like we saw with those eggs, getting them cracked and trying to find the index, if you use this kind of the for loop, which is the for each loop, then you don't have access to the index. This I in this case is not the index, so I actually think that this is not a great name. It's actually a member of the array rather than being the index of the array, if you know what I mean. So the index is the position and the member is the actual thing that's in it. So that's why I changed it to number, because it was actually the thing rather than, I usually stands for index, and that is position. Like if you're pointing at 1 like that, that's position 0. And this is position length minus 1. Okay, now I'm going to sort these numbers. programmers actually like this part. Okay, because there's this thing called arrays, and they added this to help us in later versions of Java, where you can just do sort. Look at this, sort. Look at all these things you can sort. One of the things I can sort is my array of numbers. Oh, why am I printing it out? Because I was going to print it in a moment. Okay, sort it like that. I'm going to sort it before I did the printing. Okay, so now the only thing I changed just now, I was jumping around a lot, sorry about that, is I added arrays.sort in the middle. Okay, now look at how they're printing out before, and now they're all in order. And another thing you could use this for, that I use really quite a bit, is you can do a toString, and that will print out your array nicely. But you still have to SISO it like this. That at the end, two of those. Okay, so that has done the same thing as my for loop actually, except it made it nicer because now I've got these, you know, brackets and everything. Okay, we did some sorting. Now I'm going to show you how to make another kind of an array, like one that has characters on it. So I'll use the primitive type char. It's going to be my name. And so I'm going to initialize it in a more standard way now, because in this case I already had the numbers available to me. In this case I'm going to first make a blank array. So I do that with new char, and then inside of the square brackets I would need to put the size of the array. So what I was saying in the previous video was that you always, so that the array lists are dynamically sized, you don't need to know in advance, but with the old school array you need to know what size you're going to use, and it needs to know when it's declared what size it is. So here my name is 4 letters, so I'm going to put a 4 in there in those square braces. Okay, and then I'm going to add stuff. So you might be starting to get this. At the 0, I would put the character J, and then at the 1, I would put the character U. Okay, now I'm already getting bored, as you can probably tell by my voice. Should I print this out? Let's just use my thingy that I have up here and print that out real quick. Name, put it in there. There we go. All right. So I have a JU. See the way it has, ooh, that's so cute. Right, it has blank spaces allocated for the rest of the letters because it's 4. Okay, and the thing that I wanted to show you, which is a better way to do it, is you could also do this. I could have done this. So I'm going to reassign my name array. Well, why did I? It's not a very good name. I'm going to reassign my name array a different way, which is a better way, or at least in this case, if I had the option, it is a more efficient way to create the char array. Ooh, did you see that? I did it a little bit quickly. Alright, so I'm going to do it again. June dot, oops, control space. These are all the things that I can do with the string June. And one of the options was to car array, which is going to return an array of cars. So now that you have seen a little bit of these square brackets, you know what they mean. It means an array of chars. Okay, so what's going to happen now? When we print this name array, here's a question. Are we going to get JU? Are we going to get June? Or are we going to get June? Okay, if you said June, you were right. And the reason is because this name array was first here assigned to the 4 things. I did some noodling around here, but then I reassigned name array to this stuff. Okay, that's definitely enough information on old school arrays for you to do the next exercise, which is string reversal. Okay, this is a unit test, so you need to comment this out. I always have them commented out because I don't really want there to be red marks. Okay, so you got to make this method called reverse me, and then in the reverse me method, take the string, use your arrays, old school arrays, to reverse the string so that you get it like that, and then a secret message here. Okay, good luck with old school arrays. See you later.